Hello! How's everybody doing? I haven't got the headphones on today because I can't be asked. So, how is everybody out there? Hopefully everybody's good. Who we got? We've got Dwarf, although he's probably in bed now. Maurice, hello! Napoleon blown apart. Yes, with your smasher tune. Disgraceful. Ominous. Yes, indeed. How are you? German Chaos, what's going on? Not much at the moment. I've just started the stream. Music is your cup of tea. Well, I'll get down. I'll get copyrighted for that. Thanks to YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. Nothing better than a bit of ocean colour scene from my neck of the woods back in England. Absolutely. Long live the old guys. That's what I say. Yes, привет, Pamika. How are you? Kakadila. Or should I say that? So, wow, lots of things going on, I guess. But as per usual, we've got lots of things to talk about, to be fair. We've got, obviously, Uprising is back, so we'll have a look at that. We've got a couple of replays that have been sent in on that. We've got, hey, Lina, it's coffee, it's Blitz chat, so I'm not playing at the moment. I'll probably play later, but I certainly won't be playing today. We've got, obviously, tanks in the garage. We've got... let's be honest, we've got lots to talk about. And we've got new game sounds that are being tested. We've got, obviously, the 9.01. Oh, the Object 274A. Wow, yes, we've got to look at that one, to be honest with you, because that's one of the new tanks in the garage. We've got some other things to talk about as well. I've got some things I want to talk about, which we'll get to, a bit more controversial, I guess. But we've got lots and lots to chat about. Lots and lots to chat about, really. And of course, whatever you guys want to chat about, you can always jump into Discord and let me know. But before we jump anywhere, we jump into the garage. Come on, let me jump into the garage. Come on, game. Game doesn't want me to jump into the garage. Don't know why. There we go. Don't know why it's just done that. So, let me jump. Look. The game doesn't want me to play. It won't let me click on anything. Let me just restart the game, because the game's being a pain. I don't know why, but the game is being a pain. I don't know why it's doing that. It's being weird. Truly, truly weird. Never had that before, where it just locks up. That's a new one on me. But, you know, these things happen. They're sent to try us each and every day. Let's see if this time the game will let me click on things. Probably, maybe not, who knows. Oh, everybody's leaving. Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, the game just booted me out massively. Yeah, gotta love the game. Oh, now I can click on stuff. There we go. Into the garage we go. So, first and foremost, we have the unparalleled platoon. This is the BC Brest and the Helmer SM. Two really decent tanks, to be fair. However, it is going for 22,500 for two tier 8s. I mean, okay, that brings it down to 11,000 each. I mean, that's quite expensive, to be honest with you. Okay, you get a load of bump with it, mystery boxes and stuff like that. But 11,250 each for a tank, a tier 8 tank at that. And don't get me wrong, they're two beautiful tanks, but it just seems a bit pricey, in my opinion. Wargaming initially wanted to sell them for 40,000 gold. I mean, 40,000, that's 20,000 gold a tank. I mean, what are they smoking? They're certainly not smoking the same cigarettes I smoke. So, whilst I do love these tanks, seriously, that's just too expensive for my taste. Now, don't get me wrong, I have both these tanks in my main account, but I can't remember spending anywhere near that price. And my advice is, whilst they're really nice tanks, and they are nice tanks, just wait. They'll come back. They'll be in the garage again, okay? But they won't be at this price. Look, the average price for a tier 8 in real terms, is about 6,500. Maybe pushing it to 8,000. Not 11, and certainly not 20. So think about it, guys. We've also got Conqueror's Power. Wow, you need that, don't you, to buy a bloody tank. And that's going, I mean, 249 dirhams. I mean, there's what, 3.67 to a dollar. So that's quite expensive. It is quite expensive. It's about what? It's about $75 roughly. Admittedly, you're getting 30,000 gold in a shed load of boosters, and you need that 30,000 gold to buy 2 tier 8s. So it's a bit expensive. Then you have the AMX. Now, this is a tier 10. And I don't know where Wargaming are going with this. Tier 10s realistically should be costing you about 20,000 gold. They're selling this AMX M4 for 30,000 gold. Because what they've done, they've shoved in there those boxes, okay, these containers, which is the French container. Now you can pick the French containers up, and admittedly you do get a relatively good drop chance. But now you're paying top dollar for... I mean, okay, the AMX M4 is an okay tank. I wouldn't say it's a must-have, and I certainly wouldn't say you've got to have it in your garage. It's not brilliant. It's okay. It does the job that it's meant to do, but it's nothing spectacular at tier 10, to be honest with you. And 30,000 gold, for me, is just overpriced. And again, I'm going back to the one you've just looked at. That's for 30,000 gold, and you know that's costing me $75. This tank, therefore, is going to cost me $75. No, not for me. Maybe for you, but certainly not for me. It's just too much. So these two, I just think is too much. And don't forget, again, Wargaming wanted to sell the AMX for 46,000. 46. What? I mean, the tier 10 should cost you 20. That's what it should cost you, not 40. That's double the price. Okay, so look, I understand that they offloaded a server and therefore, you know, cash might be a little bit tight, but that's a bit too much. Doubling the cost is a bit too much in my opinion. Moving down, we have the dreaded crates with the object 274A. Now, okay, I'm gonna look. I don't like spending my gold, but I'm gonna spend my gold. Should I? Yeah, I'm gonna spend my gold. I don't like spending gold, but I'm gonna spend the gold to show you why you shouldn't spend your gold. So this is in the store at the moment. So let's see, can we get the tank? Are we going to be lucky? Let's open them up. No tank. No tank. No tank. No tank. Oh, I got 1,500 gold. No tank. No tank. Oh, I got the tank. I'm so lucky. Don't do this. Don't do this. This is stupid. I'm lucky. I got the tank and I got 100 gold. But I've lost a shed load of gold. Don't do it. I do it so you don't need to. I just got lucky there. I got 3,000 gold. I'm being lucky again. Luck is on my side. So, but I did have 15,000. I've now only got 8,000. But I got the tank. That wasn't meant to work like that. To be honest with you, guys, I got lucky there. So don't think that you're going to drop your hard-earned gold and get it. You might do. You might do. That didn't go according to plan. that really didn't go according to plan. I'm sorry. Always the way. Always the way. Anyway, what is it like? We'll get to that in a moment. So you've got these offers. Oops. Moving down, we got the AMX M4. It's going for 25,000 gold there, look. Mainly because it doesn't have the other bits and bobs with it. Well, you get it in a container. But let's have a look, because this one's only going for 25,000 gold. It's still 5,000 gold more. But without those containers, you're getting a better deal. I mean, you're saving 5,000 gold without the containers. And that's the thing. That's the thing. you know, be careful of these offers, guys, because they're shoving the containers in there to bump it up, basically. And as I said, it's not great. This is not a bad deal for, it's about $3-ish. And you can get, you know, you get 3,500 gold in 14,000 free XP. That's not a bad deal, to be fair, for $3, to be honest with you. Super Containers Collector. Well, I mean, people have been. I was playing in a tournament the other night with Pink, and they went through all this and they bought these super containers, and wow, yeah, some of them got gold, some of them got tanks, some of them lost out. There's this one, whatever this one is. Oh yeah, it's got all the bits and bobs in there. It's got a mystery camo and everything. 3 of these mystery boxes, 3 of these mega containers. You got 4,000 gold, and you got some decent camo, some decent attachments, but it's still pretty pricey. I mean, that's about what? That's about $15. So again, up to you. Now, this is where we're looking at it. So you got the Bat Chat here, the BC Burlesque, which is the tier 8, and it's going for 15,000 gold here. Now, you need to be careful on this one, guys. So again, it's because they've got these containers there. Look, the mystery box. Now the mystery box is not bad, to be honest with you. I mean, I once opened a mystery box and got 100,000 gold, so they're not bad. But it's gambling. It's luck. It's not guaranteed. Okay, and if you look at the mystery boxes, you can get 100,000 gold. I was just bloody lucky when they first came round. So don't think that you're going to get 100,000 gold every time you open these boxes, because you don't. And that is what is bumping the price up of this tank. Take those 3 mystery boxes out and it's going to be cheaper. Not much cheaper. It's bringing it back down to that 12,000 gold, which, as I said, is very expensive for a tank at tier 8. Regardless of how good that bloody tank is. And this is a great tank. Don't get me wrong. It's a beautiful tank. But anyway. Now you've got the Always Vigilant. Now look at this. This one is one tank for 15,000 gold. This one is 2 tanks. Okay. The STG, which is a tier 8, and the Turtle Mark 1, which is also a tier 8. Both of which are difficult tanks. They're not the best. By far they're not the best. But you get all the camos. You get an avatar, which everybody wants. You get all the equipment unlocked, and you get quite a lot of boosters. That's for 2 tanks, 12,500. For 1 tank, the Burlesque, you're paying 15. So, you know, think about it, guys. Just think about it. Then you got, obviously, the pass. Then you got the French containers, which will get you a French tanky. And then you got the Valentine 2. Now, I mean, the Valentine 2 is an interesting little tank. It comes with all that jazz. Now, the thing is, you know, it sits down in tier 4. And if you're a tank collector and you haven't got this tank, then obviously, you know, paying like $5 for a tank isn't a bad deal. But the chances are you're not going to be rolling out in this tank very often. Not really. Moving down, we got your usual resources, malarkey, and usual boosters here, then usual stuff here, and stuff like that. And then we've got items for gold, you know, because seriously, it's, you know, everybody's spending their credits at the moment on ranks. Why? Don't know, but they're all spending credits on ranks. When it's just easier, instead of buying credits, just get into a QT and do it that way. And then garage slot, and then tanks. Well, here we go. So if you want the turtle on its own, it's 8,500. That's just the turtle and the garage slot. The equipment you have to buy, your legendary camo you have to buy. So you can see here that the price of a tier 8 used to be roughly about 6,500, let's say 7,000. It's gone up to 8,500 now. So it's 8,500 now for your bog standard, just a tank with nothing unlocked and a camo, and a garage slot. Moving across, that's for the turtle, which is a TD. Now, I like the turtle, but a lot of people don't. Moving over, we've got the STG. It's a medium tank. Okay, a lot of people think it's a heavy. It's not. It's a medium tank. It's actually not a bad tank. And that's 7,000, which is the right price for, realistically, the right price for a tier 8 tank. Then, as you see there, you've got them both open at 12,500. Moving down, we've got the Burlesque, which is going for 12,500 if you get it without the equipment, without the camos, without all that jazz. It's 12,500, and that is effectively it's not double the price of what a tier 8 should go for, but it's pretty close. Let's be honest. I mean, that's pricey, very, very pricey indeed. Now, well, you will see how pricey it is because we'll keep rolling down, and there we have the M4A1 Revelries. Now, that is also a tier 8, and that's not too bad. That is the price of a tier 8, 7,000 gold. Not 12,500, certainly not 15,000, and certainly not 30,000. That is the price of a tier 8, 7,000 gold. Now, move across, the AMX M4 is going for 25,000. That's like 3,000 over and above what it should be. 5,000 actually. It should be around 20,000 gold. Now, this package doesn't come with the boosters, and it doesn't come with the bundle that you get, the crates. Just comes with the camo, an avatar, some ×5 boosters, all the equipment unlocked, and a garage slot. So, you know, you're still paying a hefty chunk of money for this tank. And it's gone up, guys. You know, but you know, that's economics. Everything goes up and down. But the Revelries is not a bad price. 7,000, you get the tank, you get the camo, you get all the equipment unlocked, and you get a garage slot. That is what I would argue is the right price for a tier 8, regardless of how good it is. Now, don't get me wrong. As I said, the Batchat is a nice tank. The Salma is a nice tank. But being a nice tank doesn't mean it should carry a hefty price tag. And don't kid yourselves. Just because you're spending all this money, it doesn't necessarily mean to say you're suddenly going to start winning games. And it's not going to boost your win rate up. And it's not all OP, okay? Gold, well, you're going to need these eventually. Because everything's going for gold nowadays. It's expensive. Premium account, normal. Containers, yeah, you know. Boosters. Which is not. Oh, I got an epic. 120,000 credits. Look, I don't need to buy credits. Wargaming throw them at you after a few days. So, you know, resist that temptation, guys. Seriously. And then you got all the super containers, and you've got the object container, and then you've got containers going through the yin yang here. French containers, lots of them. Avatar containers, camo containers, containers galore, basically. And that's BBC giving me a notification. I don't know why. So that's what's in the store at the moment. So whilst I've been looking at the what's been going on, I've sort of missed what the chat's saying. So I'm just going to roll it across so I can see. Hey, Stein, how you doing? Agassi, how are you? Yeah, don't get me wrong. Those tanks are nice. They're just... Can I ask, are certain servers iffy? I don't know, Maurice. This is something that sort of scratches my head from time to time. I always find that I lose more on C1. Well, I don't know if I do. It's a perception, and I think it's just a wrong perception. I don't think it's real. I don't think it's real. It's just a perception I have. When I get onto C1, it seems to be that I have worse ping. And I lose more, but I don't know really. Dark Ashes, hello. Yeah, no, that's true, Agassi, but it's still overpriced. To be fair, I mean, I think the reason why they price it like that, they throw all that stuff in there to overprice it. Yes, I do play in Europe, Pamika. Yes, I do. Yeah, what? Yeah, well, inflation is correct, Effa. I mean, everything is going up, seriously going up around the world, and clearly wargaming are not exempt from inflation. Yeah, Martin, I don't think they're worth it. Most crates banned, in fairness. Yeah, I mean, I want the crates gone if it were up to me, but they're never going to go. And the reason they're never going to go is because, well, basically, you know, people buy them, and the more people buy them, the more they're going to stay. It's as simple as that, really. You know, I mean, Belgium, yes, Belgium have made them illegal. So has China, which is why the Chinese server is is completely different. It's illegal to have drop boxes in China. So there we go. You got your T22 that way, did you, Simon? Hello, Ragnar. Why, you look at you. Hello, Stein. Yeah, I mean, they give you the lockbox keys and all that sort of jazz. You sold your AMX to buy back the Superconk. It's probably a better deal, to be fair. I mean, don't get me wrong, the AMX is a nice tank. It's just there are better tanks. Hello, luckily. I'm doing fine, thank you. Yes, the BC is overpriced, Martin. David, I'm great. How are you? PT Blitz, yes, I'm also good. How are you doing? No, well, we'll talk about ranks in a minute. So I want to talk about ranks. Yeah, you know, the camo on the Tiger one, but you've got to get it's not a you know, you've got to do 4 masteries, 4 aces in the Tiger one to get the Fox camo. And from what I've heard, it's you know, the bar is set very high at the moment. Will Hunt. Yes, that French pronunciation. I'm not French, Stein. Come on, you know. It's you know, je m'appelle me. I can't speak French. I can barely speak English. Yeah, you got the Rev for 5k. I think I got it for a similar price way back in the day when it first came out. So there you go. It's not a bad tank. To be honest with you, it's not a bad tank, and you can see the price difference. I mean, it's for the price. I'd think about it. I would think about it. So I did play the object on test. I've lost that again. Look, I don't know why that keeps doing that. I don't know why. I've got a problem with. There we go. For some reason, I have a problem with the application at the moment on my computer. So I'm going to go here. Oh. It's taking me some time because there it is. So there you go. There's the tank, and it's now in the. Obviously, I just got it from a loot box, which wasn't the intention, to be honest with you. Now, I did test this tank, and I thought it to be okay. To be honest with you, it didn't set anything on fire. You know, it didn't sort of go, wow, this is impressive for me. It's an okay medium. You have to think along the lines of it's a bit like the T54. Okay, it's not terrible, but it's nothing sort of spectacular. Not really. So, but you know, it's up to you guys if you want to get such a tank. It's okay. It's not bad, but yeah, I don't like this fact that I'm being told I've got to now get ranks, because that sort of annoys me a little bit. So there you go. I have to get ranks, and it makes me want to. I mean, nobody's forcing you, obviously, to get ranks, but they're not cheap at all to go through the ranks, and you'll get rid of your credits very quickly. So be mindful of that. It doesn't give you anything spectacular. It just allows you to flex your muscles a bit more to those on the battlefield, effectively. That's what it is. So there you go. Fuji is French. Far from it. Have I heard the news about the collector IS7? No, I haven't. Enlighten me on that one. Let's try it again. I don't know what is going on here. So that's that. Anyway, let's get some replays up and running. This is a replay from a while ago. So a couple of other things I want to talk about. So at the moment they're testing out the new game sounds. You've probably seen it in the main server. They did an announcement about testing new game sounds. I've not tested it myself. I haven't been onto the server. I know that his Royal Fatness tested it, and he said that it seems a little bit too not high enough, basically. In fact, I'll tell you exactly what he said. He said just thought I might let you know there could be a glitch because the new gun sounds don't seem very loud. They're currently pretty quiet. Otherwise, they're very nice. So there you go. That's what his royal fatness is saying. I myself haven't tested it. I've seen it, and that's about it. I've seen it, on the big server when they announced it. I've looked at the video, and there's nothing wrong with having new game sounds, new sounds in the guns and stuff. I think it's pretty cool. So, I'm going to wait and see how if it's not going to affect anything in the game. Of course, it's just going to make the guns sound a little bit more realistic, I guess, which is never a bad thing, to be honest. I mean, they're trying to get up further and further with that sort of stuff. The other thing that's coming, and that's sort of on the open test server, is up until now, in order to buy a tank pack that you once had, a collector or a premium, you had to go via support. Now they're going to introduce basically a buyback option in the garage. So you'll be able to press a button, and as long as you've got the gold or the credits or whatever, you'll be able to buy back the tanks that you've sold, which is never a bad thing, to be honest with you. It's never a bad thing at all. So I can't remember if I've got any. Don't know if I've got any. I've sold any tanks, and if I've sold them, I don't know if I want to buy them back. No, the short chat is still on at the moment. The bug is no longer an issue. My understanding is they've rectified the bug, but we're still on short chats at the moment. I don't know why. I wish I could tell you why, but I don't. But yeah, it's still there. It's still there. So that'll be a nice little addition. The buyback a tank that you once had. Couldn't be okay, that. Why hasn't Wargaming added Swedish crew voices yet? Good question. I guess they're waiting for an actor, or a Swedish actor, to help them. I mean, they could find. I mean, why don't they just ask? Where's Mads Mikkelsen from? Is Mads Mikkelsen Swedish? I can't remember. Just go to Dolph Lundgren. He's Swedish. Dolph Lundgren will do it, won't he? Can you imagine that? Get Dolph Lundgren in to do the crew voices for Sweden. Mads Mikkelsen's Danish, is he Danish? I think he's Danish. Did we see that replay 13 days ago? Well, there you go. Look, I've run out of replays. I've got yours to show in a moment. So yeah, I mean, that's probably what they're waiting on. They're waiting for some actor to come in and do the voices, most likely. It's not like they've got to read from a different script. It's the same script. It's always the same thing. You hit a tank, nothing happens. They say that one went right through him, and you go, no, it didn't. So there you have that. So that's probably why they haven't got anybody to do the Swedish voices just yet, for that reason. And this is the problem. See, Effelm's been on holiday, and I can't play that one. Let's try this one instead. Object 752. Look at this. Object 752. Oof. This was from yesterday, I believe. Or the day. Yeah, yesterday? I think it was yesterday. So that's probably the reason why they haven't done that yet. What else is there? Yeah, Mads is Danish. There you go. But Dolph Lundgren isn't, is he? He's Swedish, I believe. Get him to do it. Oh, I think that'll be great. I will play this because Alexandra gets paid. Hey, what? I missed that. I don't understand that part. Morning, JN Cloud Dragon. I was so excited about the EU crew, but when I played the Kren, I was like, well, yeah, that's true. You just haven't got those. You haven't got those voices coming in yet, but they will come eventually, I guess. So we'll see. The other thing that, I did a tier 6 worst tanks video this morning, and I've got a tier 7 one to do, and I'm going to do a tier 8 and a tier 9 and a tier 10. But the tier 7 one went a little bit sort of array because I was rolling out in the Bulldog and got blocked basically by a player who decided to block me and push me into the line of fire, which is interesting. And it was ironic because his Royal Fatness did a stream the other day, and he was in the Badger, and he had a guy in a Sheridan blocking him the whole game. And his Royal Fatness keeps his calm better than I do, to be honest with you. But I'm getting pretty miffed with this issue of people doing this all the time. My God, you got spun around there. When did I play with you on this? I can't remember playing this game. When did I play this game? Why can you send a replay? You can send it to my Discord. That's the easiest thing, mate. Failing that, you can send it to my email, fujitsublitz@gmail.com. But Discord is easier, if I'm being honest. I can't remember playing this game. That's my bad, man. My bad. I should remember. But hello, Ashley. How you doing? But that brought me on to another thing. So, I mean, I've been seeing a lot of sort of interesting stuff going on out there. Check the TND. I think probably much better on it. Yes, it does. It does have better armor than the Hull, but it sticks out. My point was, it sticks out over and above the tank. The AVL is just a pancake with a gun, but on top of that pancake is a lump, and it's that lump that you can aim for, and therein lies the issue with that particular tank. To be fair, look, the thing is that the tanks are bad, not because primarily the tanks are bad. I mean, some of them are. So some of them have issues that need to be addressed. But 9 times out of 10 is because people are just playing them wrong, or the team around you collapses. It's not necessarily the tank. And one example of that is the IS-2. Now, the IS-2 is renowned for being the worst tier 7 heavy tank. It's renowned for it. Yet, I know people like Heffalump who like playing it and play it well. So, it's not necessarily the tank. Not really. I mean, there are tanks out there that are not great at certain things, but that just means you have to play them differently. And in the tier 6 video, we looked at a couple of tanks, like the American light tank. It's not the best tank, so play it conservatively. Don't frontline it. Simple as that. The blocking, yeah, well, it wasn't just blocking because he was clueless. He wasn't clueless. He was blocking because he was just a dick. Simple as that, really. And there's a lot of that going on. And people just get frustrated. It's like we had one game where one player got incredibly miffed because he said we were focusing him. Well, not really. You're just in the wrong place, and if you're in the wrong place and the gun happens to be on it, then you're going to get focused. It stands to reason, doesn't it? Well, I thought it stood to reason anyway. But some people get very upset over that, to be fair. But what can you do? Ranks. Okay, look. I'm not a fan, and I'm not gonna be spending XP or even credits to get the ranks or the other benefits, because they don't really give you anything. Not really. Now, if I was really flush and had like hundreds of millions of credits, which I don't have, then I may be tempted. But with the state at the moment whereby I haven't got hundreds of millions of credits, then why would I want to spend my hard-earned credits on almost every tank in tier 8 now that has the ability to have a rank? What is it going to give me? What is it going to achieve for me personally? Well, it achieves nothing. It gives me nothing. Now, if it came with a camo, for example, if I got a special camo, if I got to rank 50, because it shows that I'm super duper amazing, then I'd be tempted. If I were to get something along the way in return for spending my creditos, then I would be more tempted. So, for example, if I got to, I don't know, rank 20, if I got to have, I don't know, I have no idea, even a shiny avatar, I don't care. Just give me something in return for the colossal amounts of credits I'm going to spend to open these ranks. That's what I would ask for, because other than that, all I'm doing is pissing money away, to be honest with you. And I'd rather not do that. I would rather have something given back to me, if you know what I mean. So yeah, if I got to rank 50 on a tank, give me a camo or give me an avatar. Give me something to show that I've done something that is not easy to do. Because when you get to rank 50, you need a lot of aces to get there. So what can I say? That's what I would do. So guys, don't be careful on this one. It's nice to have if you've got the cash. If you haven't got the cash, then you're going to be throwing a lot of credits away for something. And when you get to, I think it's when you get to rank 10, you have to have like X amount of third classes. And then when you get to rank 20, it's X amount of second classes. Then rank 30, it's X amount of first classes. And then to get to rank 50, you have to have like 7 aces. So they're not easy to get. So these higher ranks, to be honest with you. And I'll show you what I mean in a minute, to be honest with you. Because, I tested it out on some of my tanks. I tested it out on the Action X, for example. And I don't generally play that many tier 8s, if I'm being honest. And, once I've done certain things, I move on. And, I just don't spam tier 8s as much. I generally spam tier 10s more nowadays. So, obviously, there's no ranks on tier 10 at the moment. That's not to say ranks won't come, because they might do. But are they going to be more expensive? I don't know. I mean, you generally find that when you're looking at tier 10, Wargaming like to put a premium onto everything. So you just never know. But we haven't finished this game yet, and already Effalump is at almost 20,000. I can't remember how much Effalump's deaded. But he's got another life. There you go. And I think he gets a lot more than 20. So I don't know if I'd be tempted with tier 10s, to be honest. I'm not sure. Well, possibly Stein. I mean, it could be that. They're looking at ways to do that. But I've come across players who are complaining that they just don't have enough credits at the moment, and they're going to have even less to start doing ranks. Look at that, 19,000 in the Object 752. Nice little tanky. Did he get any credits? That's enough to get him a couple of ranks. Only did 4,000. He stole everything. He stole everything. So looking at the ranks, I mean, let's go to a tank I know that's got ranks in tier 8. Then we've got the Action X. Now, as you will see here, so this is how it works. To get to rank 10, you need a lot of third classes. 15 to be exact. 15. To get to rank 20, you need 15 second classes. I just haven't played the tank that much. To get to rank 30, you need 12 first classes. Rank 40, you need 3 aces. Rank 50, you need 7 aces. So that's going to take you a long time to get there, basically. So be mindful of that, guys. You've got to have to spam these tanks a lot. And even the top players aren't going to be getting 7 masteries in a row in an Action X. And even if they did get 7 masteries in a row, they've still got to play, in theory, you've got to play what? You've got to play another 30, 42, 45. I've got to play another 52 battles. Another 52 battles in the Action X. And I've got to hope and pray that in that 52 battles, I get all that stuff. So that's the reason why I'm not a big fan of ranks. And it's the same with these things. So these are assists, okay? These are basically medals that you used to get for free that now you're paying for. So this is a destroy assist. This is a damage thingy-me-jiggy. And this is a destroy thingy-me-jiggy. Now, we used to have a medals table that did all this. And now they've sort of combined the two. So be mindful of that, guys. It's not as straightforward as everybody's making out. You know, it's not to say no one's forcing you. You know, and you're not being forced to go down these ranks. If you want it, it's there. If you don't want it, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You know, at the end of the day. So we will see. What else was there? Oh yeah. So we're getting some Italian TDs. I think it's is it Italian TDs? Did they say Italian TDs? Oh, go flying. Why not? I think they said Italian TDs. They're not under test yet. There are going to be some tanks hitting the test scene shortly, but they're both at tier 8 though. So be mindful of that. Wargaming have already announced that you will see those rolling out. So you will see tanks rolling around on the test. Both of them are tier 8 at this moment in time. And eventually you will see the tier 10, well, you'll see the Italian TDs start to roll out, but they're not ready to go yet. So we'll see. We will see. And what can we say on that one? What else is there? The Cardo is still under test, so the chances are you'll still see that. The Calibran is no longer under test, so that won't be coming out and about. That may be released soon. I don't know. It'll probably be released. I don't know. These tanks will be released as probably collectors or premiums. I don't know if they're going to release them as premiums. They may do. They may release them as collectors. We will see. Next on the list we have obviously the fallout on the micro patch, the update, the balance changes, whatever you want to call it. Now, I don't necessarily think that it's a bad thing. The Kranwagen, well, bless it, didn't get really, nothing really happened to it. It's still feeling very sorry for itself. It's still not in the best place, the poor old Kranwagen. The AMX-50B is the one that is causing the most concern out there, I think, from the community. Mainly because, well, it's just not the same tank that it once was. That's not to say it's worse. It's just a different play style to the tank now. And as you know, as Royal Fatness said, and I agree with you on this one totally, you've got to be able to land all 4 shots to make the tank work. And landing all 4 shots isn't easy, not really. It's not the easiest thing. Whereas the full 005 is just beautiful. But again, it's like if you know how to play these tanks, in one of the problems that you're going to face is that, you know, there's people going around saying this tank is broken or this tank is OP, blah, 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 blah. And they are in certain players' hands. Not everybody is going to play the TVP the way the TVP is played. Not everyone is going to play the FV4005 the way that some people are playing it. Yeah. I saw Juicy Tender Steak doing a stream the other day, and he had an average like 4k damage in the 4005, which is outrageous. But he's a good player. You know, he's a very, very good player. Now, not everybody is going to be knocking out an average damage of 4,000 in a 4005. It's as simple as that. And it's the same with the TVP. I mean, the TVP at the moment, personally, the only thing that's really changed in the TVP is the inter-shell reload. Okay, it's come down by half a second, which does make a big difference when you're unloading an entire clip. Thing about that tank, it has always had the ability to absolutely decimate the enemy. I remember when it was first released, I did a video on it, and if you play that tank well and properly, and you sort of keep it out of harm's way a little bit, and then poke out and just empty the entire wad into the enemy, then it's absolutely devastating. That hasn't changed. The tank itself hasn't changed in that respect. It's still got pretty poor armor. It's still got pretty good mobility, and it's still got a very long reload. The only difference now is the interclip. So when from shell 1 to 2 to 3, 3 to 4, it's just half a second quicker, and that's what's making it look OP. The overall reload went up, and it's looking OP because you've got good players who have been playing that tank for a long time, now able to unleash the entire clip very quickly. And it's like, wow, you've just done like 1600, you've done like 1200 damage in the space of like 6 seconds. That's just mad. And that's what's making it look like that. Okay, so nothing's really sort of broken as such. Just looks that way. This is a great game, by the way, Professor. I'm surprised you're still alive. Oh, you're not now. Famous last words, hey? Well, there you go. These things do happen. Great game, though. Nice. I mean, I'm liking some of the changes, some of the balance changes. I don't think it's broken the tier at all. It's brought some tanks back, like the IS-4. I mean, the IS-4 at the moment is lovely. Well, I think it is. You may not think it is. You may not be an IS-4 player, but I think the IS-4 is pretty nice. To be honest, we saw this replay as well. But I'm going to play it again. I don't care because I'm running out. I haven't got to the ones. Yeah, but that's the thing, though, Steve. I mean, if I look at it, if I just look at its parameters, it hasn't really changed. Not really. Not in the grand scheme of things. Apart from, as I said. So look, the TVP. Vehicle durability is decreased. APCR is replaced with AP. Reload time of the full magazine is increased by almost 1 second. But the reload time between the shells in the magazine has been decreased by 0.5. And of course the dispersion has been decreased. So it's actually not really. I mean, you're a good player as well, Stein. You're a good player as well. So you are able to do that. That's the thing. The chances are you played the tank for a long time and you understand its parameters and its what's and wherefores. And now you are able to poke out in next to no seconds, smack the bejesus out of the enemy. Not every player can do that. Okay, so it hasn't really changed the tank overall, because you've still got to sort of make sure you're in a place of safety. And if you're not in a place of safety, as you know, that reload of the magazine now is longer, and the longer reload makes you more vulnerable, especially in that tank. When I'm talking to players like you, it's difficult to get across because it's been a long time since you've been in the average player base. To be honest, let's be fair, and so therefore you see things a little bit differently to the average player base. Now, the average player base, they will see this tank and think, oh, it's absolutely stonking now, because everybody says it's stonking, but they won't put it in the right place and they won't position it correctly, and they'll end up getting absolutely wrecked and then saying, I don't understand why people are saying this tank is so good. And that's the thing. So, players like you, I understand. You're like, well, no, it's bloody good. Of course it is. Because you know how to play the tank, to be fair. Now, when I played it recently, I'm like, yeah, this thing is amazing. It's like the ambush king of all ambush kings. And I did a video on it saying it's unbelievable. You can just pop around the corner and just go boom, 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 boom. And a lot of hit points disappear. But as I said, not everybody is able to go boom, boom, boom. A lot of hit points are going to disappear. A lot of people go boom, bounce, boom, bounce, boom, bounce. Ouch, and then get rushed. So it's there's swings and roundabouts in all of these things basically. That was a loss. I don't know why I showed that. Somebody sent it and they send it. I play it because I've run out of replays. But it was a nice thing. I think he does nice damage. So, oh, that one won't play, which means I may have to play. Well, why is Alan? Will his replay play? Oh, there we go. Talk of the Devil, FV4005. I do like this tank now. And I've always liked this tank, to be honest with you. And I've always thought it was a fantastic tank. And, you know, there's a lot of people out there who like this tank. And they liked this tank before they had the changes. And what, you know, now, this is much like, this really is the ambush king of TDs. I mean, it's just obscene in the right hands. In the right hands. Don't get me wrong, I've seen some players completely bugger this tank up and get absolutely wrecked. So it's not. It swings in roundabouts, as I say. And this is the thing, I mean, don't forget, as I keep saying, the majority of the player base, the average win rate is like 47-48%. So the majority of the player base are playing at a 47-48% win rate. So when you've got players who are playing at a 65% plus a 60% plus win rate in tier 10 and are on, you know, for all intents and purposes, a pro player on the competitive scene, then you see things, you play and see things a little bit differently to us mere mortals out there, to be honest with you. And that's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah, I mean, some of the Russian meds can turn it around. I mean, I've been playing the Object 140, and, you know, I'm liking the Object 140. I'm liking the T62A. I had a great fun in the T62A, and I had great fun with the Object 140. I thought that was very nice. I'm liking the 215B. I think the you know, if you stick it on a hill like that, then obviously it's bloody useless, the 215B, because it's a hold down tank. And this is the thing, I mean, you don't stick a 215B on top of a hill. And then, bless him, the 215B is complaining, you're playing artillery. No, you stuck a tank that has notoriously got a weak hull on top of a hill in front of a TD that now has 4 shots in its clip. You are going to get blasted into next week. Simple fact of life, guys. So, I mean, this is the thing, it's like, you know, it's like the guy who was blocking me yesterday. I'm in a notoriously weak tank with 0 armour, and he's telling me I'm camping. Well, what am I meant to do on him or stuff? I wasn't camping, I was farming damage, and I farmed a lot more than you farmed. So, and you're in a sphere, a better tank than I was in. So what's your excuse for being a complete and utter dim? But that's Blitz. And you find that now. And I'm finding that a lot more. There's a lot more toxicity I find at the moment. It's not nasty toxicity, to be honest with you, but there is some toxicity towards Blitz at the moment. I mean, you're seeing players who are dying in the first 30 seconds and then screaming and shouting at everybody. You know, simple as that. And it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. And you've got to try and ignore them if you can. I don't know. Kerfuffles, drop me a line on Discord. I don't want to debate it in YouTube, if you don't mind. The reasons were the reasons. We had this discussion the other day. I don't really want to venture into that area now. So this is the thing, you know, you're getting this. You just got to deal with it. You just got to move on and move on. It's like I had one yesterday. This is very funny, where a guy in a smasher, I came around the corner, he shot me and bounced. That must have been very, very, very annoying for him. But it was very, very satisfying for me, I must admit. Thank you, Maurice. I need replays because I am running out. And lots of things are not happening for some reason. There we go. Aha! Yes. Oh, go away. Yes, I've got the replay. Hopefully that will, I can do that next, which would be nice. You know, this is the thing. You love it when the whole team dies and then blames you like it's your fault. Oh, that happens a lot. That happens a lot. That's the standard mantra now in Blitz. I YOLO'd and got wrecked by everybody. It's your fault. That's basically the new mantra. So what can you do about it? Not much, to be fair. It's the way it works. But you know, you just try to ignore it if you can. Excuse me, one moment. And that's just Blitz. You know, you just got to get used to it and move on. What gets me is when they start moaning in, you know, the other game modes, the fun modes like Gravity or Uprising. That's what gets me. I mean, it's bizarre. Am I doing something wrong when I want to send a replay and I have just a small document? No. The replays are DAT files. They're not movie files, guys. They're data files, basically. Which is why it's basically all the replays are housed back at Wargaming server. So when you have a replay, the file you've got is just a data stream, and when you press obviously on the replay, it goes back. Where is? I haven't got that. When did you send it? If you've sent me an IS-8, where is it? I haven't seen it. And that's the thing. Where is it? Can you resend it? If you resend it, I can play it, but I can't see any IS-8 anywhere, to be honest with you. If you resend it, I'll definitely play it. I don't have an issue with that. I will play it 100%. But I can't see it in my emails or anywhere, to be fair. That's the thing. So send it to me and I'll play it. But yeah, I mean, when they moan in the other games is beyond me. Absolutely beyond me. So what can I say on that one? Not much really. You know, you got a nice replay on Mines and a smash it. I bet you have. Oh, that was a draw, Bill. Who sent me that one? I can't remember who sent me that one. That's a draw. That's a shame. It's a nice game. Only 7,000 damage, and that was only a first class. There you go. Look, that's the problem with this tank now. You can absolutely knock out some stonking damage in it. Some really stonking damage. And it's a lovely game. And now I've got a problem with replays again. I don't know why. Don't know what's going on here. For some reason, I'm having an issue with getting the replays to work. There we go. There we go. Finally got it to work. Well, took a bit of time, didn't it? This is a... Ooh, E75. I haven't played the E75 for years. No, it's got nothing to do with wargaming. Kerfuffles. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. As I said, drop me a DM. We'll discuss it further there, please. It's got nothing to do with wargaming. Absolutely nothing to do with wargaming. Wargaming have no say on how I handle my channel or what I do on my channel, to be honest with you. Yeah, it is. That's what I was trying to say, though, Stein. I mean, you know, with tanks like the 4005, the average damage now, you should easily be breaking 2.5k to 3k. That should be easy, yeah. And yeah, 4k damage is now doable. If you know, average damage of 4k, if you are a bloody good player, is very, very, very. It's not personal. I don't want to discuss it. I've said 3 times now, mate. I don't want to discuss it on this stream. Okay? I'm more than happy to discuss it via Discord. Okay? Shall we leave it at that and discuss it via Discord, if you don't mind? Anyway. So, yeah, I mean, more than possible to do that. It's the same with the TVP. It's the same with quite a few of these tanks now, I find. It's quite, it's going to be possible to increase the average damage for really good players, to be honest. Like I said, I haven't played the E75 for ages, so I'm looking forward to this one. I've not seen it. So I've not seen it. Oh, there's going to be a good shot on the Borsig. That's another tank that apparently that's been sort of treated badly recently, the Borsig. Can't say much about it. I haven't played the Borsig for ages anyway. But I'm planning on... I'll probably roll out tonight in whatever game mode there is today. What is it? Is it Uprising? Or something? I can't remember. I'll have a look at that in a moment. But we'll probably roll out in later on this evening, just to have some fun in it. To be honest with you. See what there is and what we can do. Who knows? I mean, it's Saturday. And I generally don't play on a Saturday. For various reasons. Not because of generally because the player base is just not great on a Saturday, but not for normal. Yeah, Rising. I won't do it now though, Lump. To be fair, I can't do it now. We'll be closing down in a minute on this one, but I'll be playing in a few hours this evening, so that'll be nice. I'll be looking. Is it Uprising? So if it's Uprising, yeah, I'll be looking forward to that because it's always good fun rolling out in these silly game modes like Uprising. To be honest with you, it is always generally good fun, and I enjoy it. Look, I get where you're coming from, Kerfuffles. Okay. You're making you're wrong. I'm sorry. You're very wrong. Okay, I didn't want to get into it, but okay, you want to push some buttons. It's like this. I'm going to show that message that you just said. So you're saying that I'm another one that I'm another fuck that treats people like shit. Okay, you came onto my stream the other night. Okay, and you were very abusive, and you're a moderator. Okay. You came onto my stream and you were abusive, not to me, but to others. Okay. Now, regardless of your sensibilities, your views, your thoughts, what you said as a moderator was out of order. Okay. The idea of a moderator is to make sure that people follow the rules. And those rules mean no hate speech, no harassing anybody, the usual stuff. You then come on to my stream as a moderator in your role as a moderator and say what you said, which upset me. I then asked you 4 times, politely asked you 4 times to remove your message, which you failed to do. The only way I can remove a moderator's message is by removing the person as a moderator. Now, that's that. You now come onto this stream and say you're very, very upset, blah, 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 blah. And I said to you, send me a DM, more than happy to discuss it. It's not personal, it's not from Wargaming, blah, blah, blah. And you've pushed it and pushed it and you've pushed it. I didn't want to get into this in this stream. Okay, I don't like getting into this nonsense on streams like this. But now you're telling me that I treat people like shit. I don't. Okay, you came onto my stream earlier in the week and ranted and raved, which was not a good thing to do in the role of a moderator who is meant to moderate and take other people to task. Okay, simple. That's why I had no choice but to remove you as a moderator. You threw your toys out the pram during that stream. Okay. You haven't sent me any messages apologising or saying, sorry, I was a little bit out of order, I was very frustrated, blah, blah, blah. And this is my next stream. You haven't been on any of my streams since that stream. So I haven't added you back as a moderator. And you come onto this stream and you throw your toys out the pram again. And then you push me down to a line where I've got no choice but to now address the situation, which I asked you 3 or 4 times to drop it and to DM me and let's not address it in public. Come on, dude. You're not doing yourself any favours here, okay? Simple as that. I asked you not to raise it. I said it's not the appropriate forum. Send me a DM. More than happy to discuss with you there. And you carried on. What do you want me to do? I was trying to make it so, you know, I didn't have to air this laundry in public. But now you're abusing me again. You didn't abuse me the first time, but now you're abusing me after I've asked you politely to drop the subject. If you want to raise it in a message, we'll debate it in a DM. Simple. Come on, dude. Play fair, okay? And then to turn around and say that I'm another person who treats people like shit. Dude, I didn't start this, okay? I did not start this. It wasn't me. And I have an obligation. I told you the other night I have an obligation because YouTube will shut me down. Simple. Simple. Anyway, moving on. So there we go. Right. So yeah, it's going to be yes, it's Uprising. Yay. So yeah, I'll be playing Uprising later. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. I'd like that. We'll have some fun in Uprising. And guys, sorry about that. You know, it wasn't the way I wanted the stream to go. But yeah. So I'm sorry about that brief interlude. Like I said, it wasn't the way I wanted it to go. I wanted to avoid anything like that. But, you know, life is life and these things happen. And sometimes you have to address things in a fair and reasonable manner. And, you know, I'm not screaming, not shouting, I'm not upset or any of that. You know, so don't take things the wrong way. And there's nothing personal. I have nothing personal against most people in this game. I do have personal things against some people, but that's completely different, you know, and I'm never going to air that in public. What I feel about certain individuals or whatever is for me. You don't need to know, it's for me. Anyway, I'm going to leave the stream there. I don't like ending on a sour note, so by all means, don't, you know, look, it's not the way I wanted the stream to go, but we're going to leave it there. What time later? It's in about a couple of hours from now, so about 2 hours. About 2 hours from now, we'll probably jump on and have some fun in Uprising. Because why not? Why not? I just want to get some food first. Basically, I want to just get something to eat. So 2 hours from now, we'll be back with Uprising. So guys, thank you all for popping in on YouTube. Thank you for popping in on Discord, even though we didn't get to talk realistically. Yeah, Sumi, how you doing? We'll be back in 2 hours. We will be doing Uprising and only Uprising, nothing else, just Uprising. So by all means, jump on the stream. We'll get some tunes going. If we get enough people in either YouTube or in Discord, we may even try to get countdowns going because that would be good fun. So, and then you know, we can have some fun doing that. And we won't just stay at tier 10, guys. We'll jump into the tiers that everybody can play. So don't worry about that. We'll just have some funny games in Uprising. Right. Until then, I'm going to get some food. I'm going to chill out for a bit. Thank you all for coming round. And right, hopefully I'll catch you all in a couple of hours. Until then, guys.
Yeah. I'll see you then.
Yeah. Until then, stay safe, and I'll see you in a bit. Cheerio for now.
Yeah, bye.
Unbelievable.